Hi everyone. This is January 29th, month end. So we should look at, I think, month end, monthly would not be probably, it's month end. We should look at monthly, but we know that for last many weeks, coins are going down and those are would the coin would be at the bottom. But so we'll mix both daily and monthly in my opinion, or maybe we can look at weekly also, depends on the amount of history we have. Okay, so let's start with Aave, AAVE, and on daily scale. Okay, so this consolidation is somewhat similar to this one. So and now if you look at, this was the support line which it broke for a moment or a few days, but around that now it's climbing up. So this is good news. Okay, one more thing. I'm going to update the required level. So right now the required level are pretty like higher, because I didn't change it. Now the required level will come down. Okay, for all the coins. So what I'll do is, right now you ignore required level, okay, because this is not updated one. Probably I should have done before the call, but not a problem. Today what I'll do is I'll update the required level, record another video just for required level, quick one. So it will be easier for you to refer it later, and it will be in alphabetical order. So I'll basically video record. So click on this coin, you will see the required level updated. I'll keep on clicking, so on screen you will have required level, and then you can pause and note it down. That will be, I think, easier. So that I'll share today. It will be a separate video because I have to I have to calculate for each and every one. Okay, so for now let's ignore required level. Okay, but assume that the required level would be lower than that, lower than what you see. Okay, so it's like now breaking penetrated, like breaking above. So we would like Aave to be like it's heading for S2. It's heading for S2. Still it's in the downtrend, right? But now I think next week we'll have to see how fast it grows. So in let me also explain one thing, not explain, but convey one thing, that see, each and every coins are like likely to revive or recover, and the speed of different coins would be different, right? So some coins would move fast. So what you may do is every week, you can have a checkpoint and see if you want to reshuffle, but only suggestion is not to reshuffle every other day. I mean, I'm talking about those who are planning to keep for longer term. Okay, but for short term it doesn't matter. Short term is always um, level by level. So for the short term, previous support is going to be the resistance, and yeah, and for longer term, I think I would look for like who is more aggressive in terms of price action this time, not volatile, but who has momentum. I think who knows, new year may bring some new energy to some other coins, like the coins which are not doing well might do well. Like who knew the Solana would do such a, I mean, perform such a, with Solana, Luna, FTM, some of the coins would perform so much. Nobody knew that, right? So you never know, for this year 2022, some other coin might pump up a lot, right? So I think we have to be open about it. And the coins which went up last year, we'll have to keep an eye. If they can continue this year as well, well and good. But let's not assume that if you know Luna or FTM and other coin did well in last year, they'll do the same this year as well. So that's another suggestion I would like to make. I have seen the coin like Band. I've seen Aave, for an example, is um, since February they did nothing last year. So for last 1 year, like if you look at, it's in this bear trend. I mean, you would not like to refer the bad trend, but it is a bad trend since February. For last 1 year, if there is no gain, it is a bad trend. So it is possible that this year coins which were actually for last 12 years, because to me these are like 12 years of consolidation on a descending way, but still it's a consolidation to me. And if there was this was a leg, there could be another leg. This is not just for Aave. We'll see many other coins. So it is possible that right now it's a possibility that coins which didn't do well last year could do wonder this year, because they are not going out of the market. They still offer value in some ways. And if they haven't, to me this is like energy gathering phase. So you could imagine the next leg could be high. So because sometime what happens, oh, those 3 4 coins did well last year, let me just focus on that. So I would like you to be open about it. So coin which, for example, Aave is just a name first, because we open that chart, but there are many coin like ICP, Filecoin, and I'm not just limiting to these coins, but coins which didn't do well, I think they could do great this year. So just try to be open about it. Okay, let me continue. In between, if I could, I will add some things like this. Um, right. So that's Aave. Ada, similar story. If you look at the downturn, like started in August. This is the heavy resistance, sorry, support zone, heavy support zone, and it is able to maintain it, right? The whole entire region. So all this is like heavy consolidation. So in other words, so what you saw in Aave, it was more like a descending consolidation or trend. So you can say this is a channel, let's say for an example, a downward channel. I'm just roughly drawing this one, right, approximately, just to give you an idea. See, it's downward channel, but in case of ADA, it's more like a horizontal channel. So if a coin is stronger, you would see horizontal, otherwise you will see descending. If a coin was really very strong, you would see upside move. So these are the three different flavors on a broader scale you're going to see. So for an example, Atom, Matic, Luna, you're going to see new high from the mid 2021 level, mid 21 level, where the correction happened mainly. And some of the coins made new low. Some of the coins were like flat like this, like in between it went up and then, so it's like flat, right? And but flat, but this is consolidation, very strong consolidation. And but some of the coins went up. So we are going to see three different flavors. So today's call, I'll try to highlight this different coins into three different categories like this, and it is easy for you to understand, so when I give some examples, right? And this is to just to give you an idea, that just to categorize that which were very strong, which were very weak, and which were like kind of mid-range, which are able to manage the high. So this is incredible. If you look at the trend, that this is the low, this is the beginning, let's say, and this is the top, and this is the top, this is near top, and the whole entire consolidation is so positive, right? So if you draw if you draw the box like this, then it's like a platform, right? This is like a, it's like it's like a platform. What you can expect is then reversal here, All depends on Bitcoin, of course, right? All depends on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is doing so fast, I mean, so far, as expected, and doing well. It's climbing up. So based on that understanding and current status, we are expecting a huge move on the upside like this. So the angle would be different. It could be different. See, angle could be different. It all depends. Angle would vary, depends on the strength. If the coin is very strong, the angle could be as steep as this. Otherwise it could go at a 40-degree or something. So I think that is something impossible to assess. Nobody knows that, right? So when ADA took off, it had neo vertical move, and then a consolidation. What you see here is a bigger consolidation. Here what you saw was a small consolidation, right? You see, this the particular one, this particular consolidation is actually a bigger pattern of this one. This is a smaller version, this is a bigger version. Bigger the consolidation, higher it could go. That's another observation. In some of the, I think last year I had shown with a Zilliqa. If I have time, I'll show you. But I have demonstrated as part of the TA that how consolidation shrinks. But that's a TA thing, so I don't want to mix up more like, I don't want to mix up TA stuff. Maybe we'll cover in the TA session. But just briefly, you can, I'm highlighting that this was the upside move, consolidation, upside move, and this is a larger consolidation. So if it moves up, I mean breaks above, then it could really go higher. And this is not just for ADA, anything, I mean this is general understanding. Okay, I'm just taking ADA as an example. So Aave doesn't have much of a history here. So its consolidation is more in a descending way. Never the, I mean that's not a problem. It has to face more friction resistance. That's the only thing. Okay, but and depends on the energy. It should be able to break above. But yeah, lower the coin, more hurdles or resistance it has to face on the upside. That's for sure. Okay, so anyway, we'll be tracking these coins every week, so we'll figure it out. Okay, right. And Spectrum is doing that. Spectrum is ranking those friction level, so which is going to be very helpful. Otherwise, the weekly call is already there. Uh, so the Spectrum is more real time, and you can imagine it's not possible to manage so many coins and update. If with the Spectrum, it's with you, then it's easier. Otherwise, the weekly call is there, as I said. Okay, so this is very positive consolidation, as you could see. So if it comes, as I said, the angle, we don't know. Angle could be this or this, it doesn't matter. So I think every week you had to assess and see which one makes sense. So I won't think too much about the angle as long as it make a decent progress on the upside. Okay. We'll take few example in detail because then you will understand different flavors here. Algo. Algo wave pattern is totally different. If you look at, so some of the coins are very clean, like very clean in terms of price action. ADA is actually one of them. If you look at Solana is one of them. Many some of the coins are very clean. Like you can make out uptrend, consolidation, uptrend, and then this is again a retest. So a bigger consolidation. So earlier, let's say we were like this, and probably this would have gone up, but because of Bitcoin, everything went down. But in that case, what happened? This consolidation could have provided another breakout. In fact, this was the consolidation. In fact, this was the consolidation, and then this was like it was about to break out and then died. Died not all the way, of course, not, but it kind of a reset. So the future of the ADA could have been a little different, like this, if Bitcoin would have continued. So but because of whatever happened, we see this. So this is how it happened. So now what happened, if I have a given target at some higher level, that target doesn't go away. Okay, the higher level target, the any macro target doesn't go away. What happened is it's just derailed. It's like delay just because of prolonged consolidation, which is no one's hand. It doesn't mean the coin is dead. It doesn't mean that the higher level target is invalid. No, it's not. Okay, only thing is we have to wait for longer, and this is beyond anyone control, right? But so ADA could have gone up like this and continued its journey like this, and made a third leg on the upside. First leg consolidation, second leg consolidation, and a third leg. But because of this consolidation, or correction, the consolidation phase has actually increased like this. That's it, and a little bit of wider range, right? So this is an anatomy of the wave and how things work. So this is DA stuff. This is not weekly analysis, where weekly analysis would be very different. As I said, it would be more on resistance and support, and then that's it. What I'm explaining is beyond the weekly analysis. This is more of a TA stuff, you know. But I'm always happy to add something more during the weekly call. It's always unplanned. There's always something new. There's always something additional, random, right? But yeah. Anyway, so if you look at from this point of view, you will understand that okay, it's just waste of time. What this particular phase is just a waste of time, but nothing has gone wrong. Yeah, if this would have continued like this and come down deeper, then probably it's a bad trend in a true sense. For some of the coins, they didn't enter bad trend. So this is another observation, that earlier many else do not have many cycles actually. Only Bitcoin and Ethereum, Litecoin, and a few other coins have seen the bear market. Many coins are actually have faced for the first time. So but I would say one thing for sure. In last bear trend, like in year 2018, all the coins were down. All, without exception, all the coins were down. In this last 12 months of price action, if you look at some of the coins like Filecoin, ADA, Aave, Uni, I can name many, but I'm just throwing some example. They had a bad trend since February. They couldn't make new high. There were bounces, but they could not. They were dragging down and down. So for them, it was a bear market. For some of the coins, it was consolidation like ADA. And for some of the coins like Solana or Luna or FTM, it was continuation of the bull market. So what happened in this is where this was a very different time, where the bear market was not universal. The Bitcoin was also consolidated. If you look at the range, you would see that for 9 months or almost 12 months, for a year, 9 to 12 months, Bitcoin did nothing. It was range bound. It hit the upper bound and a lower bound. Essentially, the net there was no net gain, right, compared to last year. So uh, that was the case. So ADA, BTC, Ethereum at some extent are similar, in a similar category. So you see what happened is there was no 90% correction, but some coins actually had corrected 70, 80, 90%, maybe 90%, yeah, but in that range, 70 to 90%. Like in 2018, all the coins corrected in range of 80 to 90% without any exception, right? But this is different, and some coin, as I said, made new all-time high. So I think what I'm seeing here is the divergence in terms of the life cycle. So earlier life cycle of each and every coin on a broader scale, on a larger scale, was same. But now they're differing, they are showing their own characteristics. That means whatever the reason, maybe community support, strong use case, future prospects, big investor, reasons could be one or multiple or different, but the point is they are showing their own characteristics, and this is very essential. And that's why I tweeted 2 days ago that now I'm expecting I talk about Bitcoin, but I'm expecting these coins behave like stocks. What do I mean is their volatility will reduce over time, especially with Bitcoin and some of the top coins. The volatility goes down when the participation goes up. Okay, this is how it is. When number of transactions goes up, volatility goes down, and that's a sign of a mature asset. When I say mature, means it cannot be that volatile. What the volatility we saw, sometimes volatility is good for some traders, but it is not always good for investors, and there are more investors than day traders. So going ahead, as in more and more investor comes in, the volatility is going to go down. There will be phases like oversold, overbought condition where it will correct. But like what you see in the stock market, the stock market where the stocks are individual in nature, if the sectors could be aligned, let's say COVID happened, some sectors affected, so they had a correction, but not necessarily each and every sector affected. Some sector actually were booming. So unless there is a financial crisis like 2008, because some crises are like backbone, like some which affects and cut across all the sectors, right? Even if there is war, it is possible that some sectors would do well. In fact, some stocks could do well. Maybe Lockheed Martin will do well because they'll something. Maybe the food related companies do well because there is more food supply required and so well. So even warlike condition, stocks, not all stocks go down. Okay, not all, not necessarily. Then of course the choice would become very limited, but there is always, like COVID crisis happened, I personally made a lot of profit in some of the companies, because I switched when the interest was rate were hiking. I made decision on tech sector and it helped me on tech. So when then the fundamental starts playing, and then we mix up fundamental and technical together, because I believe I'm TA, but I'm not away from fundamentals, by the way. Okay, TA, I can do, and I can analyze without knowing the fundamental, but I do see fundamentals. But in crypto, there is no fundamental as far as price is concerned. The fundamentals in crypto is more like, how to say, yeah, it is related to whether the coin will live or not. What do I mean? So for an example, if the coin has a good use case, that means okay, it can compete. If the coin has good leaders, then you can say it won't die. If it will have innovation. If the coin has good funding, then it will live longer and so on. So point is, there are fundamentals, but these fundamentals are different in nature. They'll tell you that coin will continue doing well in terms of the progress, not from price, not necessarily from price, but as far as the progress is concerned and innovation is concerned, competitive edge is concerned, and so on. So those fundamentals are very important, but they are nothing to do with price. The price will come in play when they start getting used, because the usage will tell. For example, some of the cases we had the fundamental, like Solana, Ethereum was in demand because of NFT. That was a real use case where people were literally spending their fiat money on NFT and buying gas, like Ethereum for gas price, and Solana and other platform, for NFT. That was a demand, but still I believe that demand was more limited to exchanges. I think NFT is the first product where crypto was utilized as a currency. So this is very interesting topic. The NFT is a product, like in future metaverse and things like that will grow, and the cryptocurrency will be used in real world purpose, I mean use. Otherwise, right now what you see is the valuation going up and down on exchanges based on who buys and sell. That is not real valuation in my opinion. The valuation is kind of, it's of course it's real, but what I mean is it's not reliable or tangible or measurable. It is more speculative in nature. But when you see a product which is like being sold by any platform, and you would need some kind of currency to buy that product, then that platform's currency will be in demand, and that will be the true value of that currency in my opinion. So NFT is a prime example, and in future I see gaming, metaverse, and so many other areas where new platform will be launched, and I mean products will be launched, and people will start spending their fiat money to buy those crypto in order to get those products and services. That will be the time. And what you will see as an investor, this is what you will keep an eye. Rest of the fundamentals are useless in my opinion. The real fundamental is the real use of that token or platform. And I think we have seen a beginning of it, and that's why Solana did very different thing. Some of the DeFi project did something different for a reason, because their products are being really used and appreciated by people, and that's why they're going up. They're not going up because somebody is pumping. So you have to decide, actually the coin like Solana or FTM, why they're going up. Are they going because somebody sitting there pumping? No, because FTM is adding more and more asset under their belt. Solana is in demand because of cheaper price compared to Ethereum and so on for the NFT and all. So there are reasons. So if you are looking for fundamentals, you look for the real product which are being sold by this platform or used by this platform, right? Otherwise, if you are a person who is if you're a person who is getting excited with a pump because some other coin like coin XYZ pumped 20%, you get excited. There's no fundamental. Okay, the no news event is not fundamental. Okay, fine, they are temporary, a boost I would say. But if you basically you have to distinguish the pump and dump kind of a thing, or not necessarily dump, but point is temporary. But when you see a real usage, then for example, I'll give you a very concrete example. Doge. Now Elon tweeted that the Tesla accessories can be bought, let's say, using Doge. It's a good news. It's not pump and dump. Coin pumped and then dumped for a reason. Why? Because it was just an announcement. It is not actually used. You see the difference. The news has importance, the matter is important, the change was important, but but that was for time being. That's why price didn't didn't retain its value. I mean, price went up, and then basically it was pump and dump kind of a thing, right? Why? Because it's just an announcement. So announcements are not real uh, usage. What you would like to see in this example is, you will have to see how much dollar being spent on Tesla's accessories, in terms of Doge currency. Like how much currency you would buy, how much Doge you will buy to buy Tesla products. You know what I'm saying? So that's the real, so you will measure that. So you will say, oh, $1 million worth of Doge was used to buy Tesla product. That's a tangible usage. Okay, and as the usage goes up, that currency, in this case I'm taking Doge as an example, but in that case, that's the real benefit. I mean, that's the real growth. And then you will say, because then it's like revenue. I mean, it's not like stock where you will measure the revenue of the company, but this is how I see that how much, what is the value on exchange is not important. Market cap to me is illusion. The In future, what will matter the most is what dollar amount of transaction is happening using that coin. I think that will be the ultimate measure, in my opinion. In this example, this month 1 million worth of Doge was spent on Tesla. Tomorrow 10 million worth of, and after a few months more and more. That's where you will track. So economical activity, in short, economical activity measured in dollar term will tell you that how much that coin is in demand. And I think that that's the right way. I'm personally going to measure the valuation of that coin based on it, right? So that's my opinion. Anyway, I digressed, but I think I thought maybe this is a good topic to cover, because some users focus on a side where which is temporary and not so reliable, and I try to I'm showing another side, which is like what I explained, which is, I think, makes more sense to me. Anyway, so let's continue with the usual stuff. um, Algo. So algo has a very different pattern. Okay, very different pattern. And algo like zigzag, up, down, up, down, up, down. So um, very boring and very frustrating pattern, so to speak. Because if you look at the drawdown, is too much. Drawdown is too much. So it's like you know, 5 steps on the upside and the 3 to 4 steps on the downside. If you imagine, so it's like a step, it goes up, down, up, down, up, down. Now it's like now changing the angle. So we'll have to see if it can. The stronger coin do not behave like this, but this is not bad, but not strongest one. You would like to see a big move like this and a consolidation. I think we'll take an example of Solana as a best example, how the strongest coin look like. So this is OKCoin. OKCoin. Okay. This Alice hasn't seen much. This is a newborn baby, so to speak. So I won't comment much on the um, much, because it's like horizontal, right? If you look at it on a high time frame, it's horizontal, nothing. So right now there is nothing much to say. So this low is not broken. This is very good positive consolidation. High low, right? And a lower high, sorry, higher low. So this is very positive, and all these levels you can consider for resistance. Atom atom is okay. I would put atom in the same league as algo. There is no clear major move. Atom did well for a few days when the Bitcoin was not so happy. Maybe something happened to that. Maybe supporters were like really pumping for a few days, but on a broader scale, this coin is not so great so far. Okay, so far, okay, sort of up, down, and up, major drawdown, a new high and major drawdown, and then so there is definitely, this is better than algo comparatively, but not as good as ADA, Solana, like what they and how they moved in 2021. Okay, so I'm focusing on 2021 for a reason, because it's more like a summary as well. And but this year, as I said, we had to have a fresh look and see how they do, and we had to put aside how they do, how they didn't pass. They could be totally different coin. They could do totally different thing, right? But if you look at the last year, Atom was doing okay, but not we cannot say it was number one. AVAX was pretty good. Now AVAX retested this high, okay, TA point of view, this high. So that's what it did, more or less. Zone this, and also retested this, so it finished this loop. So this is not this is a retest of this level, October level. EXS is also consolidating near this cluster. So EXS is also one of the strongest coins. If you look at it, nice upside move, drawdown, right, and then a nice upside move, and then so this is awesome. Um, if you think from consolidation phase, you see this was consolidation phase, and then this is consolidation phase where it has retested this level, correct, on a from a broad. This is how it is. Something similar to ADA, actually. Now you will understand why I said there are not many flavors but few. Let me switch. Only thing is the height and length could be little different, but you will understand because I highlighted with this box. You will be able to make out what I'm trying to say here. You picture this, and now you look at AXS, right? So you will put into the same category that way. Okay, so we expect a reversal from here and then move on and create another third leg. So this is first leg, this is second leg, and then there should be a third leg on the upside. Correct. Um, on the risk point, from a risk point of view, I would say blanket statement: as long as BTC is fine, these are fine. So we'll continue focusing on BTC as far as risk is concerned. You know that BTC daily is up to date. So um, when of course the alts go down quicker, and 2 days ago I mentioned that when the Bitcoin first bounced on 24th of January and then corrected for 2-3 days, I mentioned that alts are always punished severely, you know compared to Bitcoin, because that's how it is. But also they recover quickly, so I'm not worried about their percentage drop during last like 2-3 days. If you look at some of the coins, they are moving up by 3%, 10%, and so on. So they have the tendency, so we have to just accept it, that that's how they are, right? So if Bitcoin is going to go down by 1%, 3%, their percentage drop is going to be more, and so on. But as I said, if you see the big picture, then you are not worried. Okay, the big picture is Bitcoin should not make new low. Okay, we identify the bottom for Bitcoin. That's when I say I, but the bottom is always proven retrospectively. What we are talking about, the potential bottom, that's the right term. We cannot say bottom because it has to reach certain height for us to say it was a bottom. Bottom is always proven later. Remember, top is always proven later, right? So you cannot say this today. It bounced on 24th when I called bounce, and I called out, but I cannot say this is it. It's like, otherwise this is like a playing a god kind of a thing, as if I know, as if what is going to happen tomorrow. No, nobody knows about it. That's a reality. But some technical level, some support level, some behavior, price action tells you that this is likely to be bottom. But behind the scene we have to be watchful, and we are. So when that's not a problem. But so we are calling potential bottom, but not, of course. So the bottom is always proven later. Similarly, top is always proven. So when it started dropping from 68K, nobody thought that this is going to be this much low, right? So when it was probably below 50K, people would realize, oh, this is like significant, 18,000 dollars of drop, which is big drop, like especially when we had already 68K, 64K. So that kind of a thing. So anyways, so the point is, uh, bottom and tops are realized later or proven later. When we call out, it is always a potential bottom or a potential top. So Bitcoin's bottom is the most important one. If any coin which does something different in terms of like Bitcoin is going up, but still it's not moving up, then something is wrong. Not just by one day of price action, but for few days. In that case, I'll remove that coin. So you don't have to worry about that. So I'm taking care of big things here, right? I'm taking care of Bitcoin's key levels. I'm going to remove coin which is not moving up, which is so you don't have to worry about that. We are going to keep strong ones only, okay, comparatively good ones especially. I might trim the list, who knows, in future if it requires, because we don't need so many when there's when market is good. Sometime we have to add just to get flavor, and sometime, yeah, but nevertheless, you don't have to worry about percentage, sorry, alt's bottom, okay. So as I said, if BTC doesn't break the low, our chosen coins, active coins, will do well, and if they don't, I'll remove. So at least you don't have to think about it. Okay, block. So block, we stop tracking. We know that after certain level it was useless to track. Now it is important. Now if Bitcoin is recovering, let's say, right, and if block doesn't recover for any reason, then we remove block. So right now we said let it go down, because Bitcoin was going down, so it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't make sense to expect that block like coin will go up. Nobody can expect that, right? But what we can expect that whatever level, whatever correction happen because Bitcoin corrected. But now if the Bitcoin is reviving, these coins need to recover the ground, right? And uh, and that's what I'll be watching, right? If they recover, they stay. If they don't, they go out. Okay, here comes okay, we still have BNB. So BNB also awesome coin and very positive consolidation. Again, I would put a box here. Look at this one. In fact, this is not box but more like a ascending triangle from a pattern point of view. Big one. Okay, so you see what happened is somewhere it's more rectangle where the price came down all the way. So you see that it shows the strength of a coin. So ADA is here, BNB is here. So which one is powerful, which one is stronger in this phase? Of course BNB. Very easy, right? So it shows you the strength of different coins, right? And so even you can actually segregate that way. But as I said, whatever happened in past not necessarily happen in future. So but it is just to compare that so far which what all coins did how like in terms of strength and retention of value. So BNB is here, ADA Litecoin is here, Aave Litecoin is here. So that's the difference. And Luna, FTM, Matic, some of the coins are here. So you can see different coins at different levels. So this is another flavor where there is no new all-time high, but there's no deeper connection as well. You will see another coin KCS maybe like this and some other coin like this. BSV, As I said, it is kind of a, I added for a different purpose. Those who are seeing it for first time, the, I think I added because if BSV could prove something major, I'm tracking BSV, by the way. I track BSV's progress, and I like the design, but I'm not blindsided. I don't assume things. I have technical background. I I I don't listen to anyone, but I study because indirect information I don't trust. And first of all, there are not many people, even on YouTube and on Twitter, who understand the technology. So it's very hard to get a combination who can understand technology, business domain, um, and other areas like use cases. So you need financial background as well. You need a technology background as well to understand it fully, in my opinion, if it is related to payments and settlements and all. So anyway, so BSV, I'm keeping an eye. BSV is not for, I'm not going to analyze it. Okay, I had analyzed and the levels were given R1 and R2. I'm not going to give any target for BSV. This coin could do wonder, as I said, or could do, I mean, or continue doing what it is doing, which is nothing in terms of price. It's flat, a little up and down. It will continue doing like this, or what you see 90, you might see 90K one day, okay, or something more than that. There is no other, either it remains like this or zero, or goes into 5 digit, 6 digit, or maybe 7 digit number. There is no other destiny for this coin. Other coins are, it could be in between. This coin has, like, I see black and white, black or white. There's nothing in between. So I'm keeping an eye, and when the time comes, I'll be 100% on BSV. Let me tell you that as well on record when the time comes. But I don't trust anyone blindly. Okay, so that's why I kept it. I want to track it. Okay, so this is Bitcoin. The Bitcoin, as I speak, right now it dipped a bit. Uh, so it's S7 is not letting it go. To start with, there were multiple attempts. I think this is too much to me. This is not good. When I say not good, means it's annoying. I won't judge it, but the way it is behaving looks like the short sellers are aggressive here. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the data, but this is not a dip. This is like sell off going on at this moment. And so this was ugly one. This was a really ugly one. We don't want this kind of a thing here. I don't want to see this going down all the way here. See, this is fine. Even this much is fine. I think we should not see anywhere near the bottom of the yesterday's low. That would not be good. I think last 2 days were price action is excellent after this one. These two candles are so much important. I mean, 2 days of price action is so much critical. To me, this is like a lifesaver. So of course, this is a lifesaver, the first one when it bounced off. And then next day it retained the value, which was very positive, and it broke about. This was bad. This was really bad and scary. Okay, but it didn't make new low. So this is the low. This is higher low, this is higher, and then of course it continued and then started going down, and then when it ended up here, so this is the second most important move. And of course yesterday's move was so great that it confirmed that no, it is not going down so easily. So we don't want today's move or tomorrow's move, you know, to erase this gain. We don't want that to happen. So I'm fine if it wants to do this, little bit of here and there in this range. I'm totally fine. What I don't want is below 36,400 kind of a level, or maybe I can say 36,300 level. That is not good. Or maybe I can round figure and say 36k. Yeah, 36k. It should not break 36k. That would not be good in my opinion. I have to measure it. I haven't measured it, but I think that will be my alert is here for a reason, because then I would like to know if it hits this level, then I'll be like again come online and see the chart in real time and analyze it, because I don't want price to go below 36k from here on. So the best case scenario is it consolidates here, that's all right, and then makes a move on the upside. Uh, I'm expecting corrections from this region, from 42k to 43k region. It would kind of like, it depends when it will hit, but when it hits, you will see some kind of correction here, and then attempt to, then on another leg on the upside. So this is very shaky. If you look at this, is very volatile, shaky. There's no major move here, but it is making progress. It is making progress. So this is acceptable. This is not wonderful, but this is acceptable. So to me, this is totally fine as long as it doesn't break 36k. 36k, if it breaks, then I have to come online and probably update you about it. So maybe you can also set an alert on your end, and just above the 36k or 36k range, right? That if it should not go below. Yeah. So when it comes, I'll update everybody, so you don't have to worry about it. I have set my alert. So as soon as if it is broken, then I'll come online, assess, and update you guys. So that's not a problem. Okay. But so far so good. Volatility is there, pressure is there, but the way stock market ended on Friday yesterday, I'm telling you, I personally I believe that it's end of the correction. But as I said earlier, that confirmation takes time. You can say potential bottom on stock market. So I think the way Nasdaq, S&P, Dow Jones they ended, it is telling me that next week is likely to do well, unless there's some kind of a development over weekend. You never know. We have couple of we have geopolitical situation, and also new COVID variant is found and so on. So I think these are the only two things which could affect, in my opinion. The Fed and all those things will be taken care. That's another topic I don't want to cover. Unless you have question later on, I can answer. People have some misconcept about it, and it happens sometimes. But this is not 2008 situation. Just that's the only statement. But I'm happy to answer based on what I know. I can clarify on that topic as well later on. So right now, this is no ordinary dip. There's definitely some group, some people, they're throwing, they're selling off for sure, shorting or selling off. This is the way Bitcoin behaving. It is under pressure for today. This is silly. Anyway, we'll keep on moving, and before the call ends, we'll return back. Okay, so this is positive consolidation, CELR. It tried to break above. In between, you see it got rejected from this support, which is usual case. So you see, for each and every coin, their low matters, right? You don't have, this is very simple. So for CELR, what is your risk? What is your support level? Is the recent low, right? That's your support. So CELR is also like Aave, as I said, very similar, but not Aave, my bad. Sorry, it's like algo and all, up, down, up. This and CELR, algo and CELR, very similar flavor. One, two, like this. You can check it out, but you can see here this one and CELR. If you don't, if nobody, they are different in height, in terms percentage, but nature wise they are similar, and the wave structure is similar. So some of the coins which are like okay moving up, but they are like they go with a massive correction in between. So this is the example. Amazing move, but when they go down, they go down hard. So multiple deeper correction. Okay. Crow is interesting. It got hacked, so little bit of it's tainted a bit. Let's see if they can improve and do well. Anyways, from a TA point of view, it has retested this level, right? So that's climbing up. All these levels are known to you, so you can refer it. Doge, this is critical. It has to break above this descending line. So this is the most important one. If you look at, so you can draw if you want. This is the most important line. It has to, because this line has rejected multiple times. If you look at it, so this line has to be broken. Correct. So that's this is the key requirement. In other words, you can also say that if it goes up, it will go up by this much percentage, which is true. So it could try to break above. Even if it rejected, it will try to touch the red. Okay, anyways. But it looks like this is a potential bottom. Potential bottom. But as I said, similarly, see, all this low is your support. Very simple. For whatever reason, if BTC fails to continue up, whatever reason, the recent low that you saw, this low is your support. So dot didn't make new low. Similarly, BNB was here, dot is here. So this is not ascending triangle, but more like a, so to speak, a big one. I mean, I don't want to go too much, but it's like a nice upside, like higher lows. You know what I'm saying? So you may draw, but it's not so. It's not perfect. It's more like ascending channel than a pretty much irregular here. Yeah, it's not parallel channel. It's a channel, but not a parallel one. It's not parallel one, but this is also fine. This is how it is. It's consolidating in between. Where is my drawing? Yeah, it's consolidating in between. This is very positive. So what you can expect is a replica of this one, but a miniature version. So what you can expect here is something like this. Okay, provided this law is not taken out. So you need protection here. So as long as this low is not taken out, this is what you can expect from dot. Sometimes some patterns offer projection. So this is very interesting topic, that uh, some patterns are more reliable, and to me this is, in dots case, this is a reliable pattern I see here. So I can say by April end it should be able to reach to this level, which is whatever percentage in. So by April end it should double at 200%, not double but triple, right? From here to here. So in Feb, March, April, in 3 months time, this is doable as far as this pattern is concerned. We'll see. I'll keep it. EGLD made new high, right? As I said, some of the coins made new high, and this can be also explained through simple trend line. Yeah, very simple technique. Very simple technique. That's it. All looking, see, this is a parallel channel. This is more like a parallel channel, much cleaner than dot. Dot was little shrink, I mean, deformed one. This is more, this is much more like, this is clear. So here also you can expect EGLD to, this is also, I can say, around 250% move. I'll remove these labels for now. By March or maybe April, in mid of April, this is more stronger. We can expect it. Yeah, so I can draw like this. That's pretty good. So this is, you see, this is ascending channel. There are different. There's what we saw on ADA is horizontal. You see, horizontal. Different coins, different flavors. What we saw for BNB is ascending triangle. You see, what we saw on Aave is descending channel. What we are seeing in EGLD is ascending channel. So we have flavors, right? 4 flavors, and it's so easy, isn't it? So, like, so there's so many coins, but you can make it very easy to understand, and that's how it. That's the whole purpose. It should make sense, and it also tells you that who are strong, who are not, and what are, I mean, how they develop the pattern, and then this kind of projection can be then derived. The angle could be different, sometime it could take a longer time, but the point is more or less should follow this. Okay, next one is Ethereum. So Ethereum had broken this yellow trend line, right? So that's how everything started. Maybe I'll remove it now. For now, uh, and very similar to this one. At this moment, it has hit this line. Okay, so the whole consolidation is like this. So very similar to BNB, or sorry, very similar to dot. This is also like this kind of a thing, not an exact parallel channel, but not perfect one, but kind of, yeah. So this is how it is, and then recovery now. Now you would also understand from this one that coins are not so important, charts are important. Remember, I always say that. And someone who is not so familiar with my style would be wondering why. Because here it's it's the chart which provides the value, not the coin. So you might like some coin, but not necessarily that coin could provide value. However, if the chart is good, then that could provide more value. So focus on the chart which has good setup rather than the coin that you like. So I used to say that, like the coin that provide more value. So don't try to buy or hold which you like, so other way around. So I mean, if the liking is because they have provided good value in past, not necessarily they continue. So keep um, open minded. I mean, one of the members said, I asked that why you like coin XYZ, whatever was the coin. So he said, because it gave me good profit. So sometime what happens, so people attach to a coin from a sentimental point of view. Let me tell you, Doge gave me in a huge profit last year, even it pumped. It doesn't mean I don't have Doge at this moment. Okay. So of course, so it's not a person you thank that, oh, you gave me profit, so I'm thankful and I'm loyal to you. No, there's nothing about loyalty here. Okay. So if a coin gives you enough, I mean, a great profit, you don't have to hold it. Not necessarily. I mean, if it continue to give you profit, then it's a different story. But the point is, if it is not, and if you have a better choice, you are not disloyal to that coin. So don't attach, don't have emotional attachment to any coin, because it will limit your choices. You will not be able to find opportunities, other opportunities, or maybe you will ignore other better opportunities, right? So never attach to any coin. So only like the chart, don't like the coin. Okay, because coins are just okay, I mean, just a vehicle. Your goal is to grow money ultimately. Okay. Whatever coin gives you that. The Bitcoin is good, but if the other coin is going give me better profit, I don't buy Bitcoin. Why should I Bitcoin? um so what is your goal? Are you like, do you like you if some people are maximalist, they love coin for different reasons, so I have no business to criticize them. It's their personal choice. But I can definitely talk about the prospect that if somebody has Bitcoin alone and somebody has some other coin with a TA knowledge, that person with a, let's say, Luna or some Solana or some other coin, which enormous profit compared to Bitcoin, enormous profit. So Bitcoin is good, but the point is profit and money making is different thing. So I decouple these two things, that maybe the Bitcoin is, so Bitcoin is for long term, I agree. But point is, we are not sleeping here. If any coin is going down, we have not closed our eyes here, where we'll ignore. So we agree that Bitcoin is for long term, Bitcoin is more stable, secure, blah blah blah. But it doesn't mean that we bought some good some another some alt with a good setup and we are going to ignore what it is if it goes down and so on. No, we will protect our asset and so on. So my point is, it doesn't mean Bitcoin is number one in market cap or security or longest one and whatever, billionaire only buy Bitcoin, that means we should buy. I don't believe in that. Different people have different goals. It, I think ultimately it depends on what is your goal. To me, my balance should go up. That's the only goal. I don't care which coin offers me that. As simple as that. The file coin. The file coin is in free fall. Now it's climbing up. You see, it touched the S2. It touched the S2, reacted. After that, it will go through all this resistance. Right. So what to say? It ugly move. So probably this is not the right scale because it requires higher scale time frame to understand without drawing. Du- 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 du. Yeah, so it was pretty bad. Like it stopped all the way. Yeah, so you can actually draw a line here. If you connect this, then you get the bottom. I can remove the old ones for clarity because these were supports earlier. One of my good friends was asking, so I shared my chart with him. Now you see, you touch. So whole this is like a big drawdown. Okay, so this is where it is. Hmm. Interesting. You see, nice. So this is your support line now. Flux. It formed its head. Now we are expecting a shoulder, and then head and shoulder doesn't mean that it goes down always. Okay, there's a neckline, and neckline decides after shoulder, right shoulder is formed. This is not head and shoulder unless the shoulder is created, but kind of middle of something. Anyway, so this is complete, and we had projected this one that it could complete, and it has. Now we can expect it to climb up. And the flux is a coin. I think it could be very fast moving. This is a fast moving coin. So if you put this box around this, this is your consolidation box. Okay, so in between it could take time. If it is strong enough, it will shoot up like from here without wasting any time. It will just do like this, something like this. In matter of maybe by middle of March, it could be somewhere here. If it the way it moved up, if it continues, then this could be the result. Or simply it could consolidate horizontally, not necessarily follow this, move on the sideways, take enough time and energy. So the consolidation phase, best case scenario is this much, worst case scenarios could be longer, and we'll be tracking, so we'll know. For now I'll keep this. If it takes more time, we'll have to move this box horizontally. But the point is, mentally you have to be ready that ultimately it has to break above certain levels. And my required level will come, which you'll refer. FTM, one of the strongest one. What to say? Still near all-time high. It doesn't know what is correction. There were multiple recharge station. This is recharging. Yeah, this is recharging. This is recharging. So it could take some time, but when it shoots up, you can expect another leg on the upside. This is a crazy coin. This is one of the strongest coin and a clean. There is no drawdown. It's just consolidation in a very narrow range. Oh my goodness, this is so strong. Wow. And we have this coin for long. Have you seen this percentage gain? It's mind-boggling. Like in terms of the, it was pretty good at the high, the 20K, 1,000%. I mean 20,000%. Um, GRT. So GRT is in our category. Yeah, since February going down, descending channel, very clear at least to you now. I'll remove this. So it is rejected by S2. It, you will see, I mean, pushed back by S2. So it has to do a lot. HNT is one of the strongest one. You see, this is also very like ascending, still like going up, ascending channel. Not the perfect one, but not bad at all. Okay, so one of the strongest one. Nothing to worry. Amazing. ICP is tricky one. Every time it makes new bottom. Whenever there is Bitcoins, a pressure comes from Bitcoin and it goes down. But who knows? I mean, what if? So I don't want to give any hope here, because here there was a good chance here. Good. So let's see. In my opinion, it is still going down since it started. from, like, it has never seen uptrend. In short, it is in the downtrend since inception. So there were bounces, good bounces in between, but this hasn't started its uptrend. And use case is solid. To me, use case is solid. And if the team could deliver, then this coin is actually has a great potential in my opinion. And in if that happens, then $19-20 is like to me is a opportunity, huge opportunity, because there is nothing to lose in my opinion. You can always manage risk here, but if it goes up, my goodness, there's huge opportunity. As I said, some of the coins were going down or not, didn't do well, and maybe 2020 years could be the year for these coins. I'm not giving any hope just to excite you, but it is possible, because they are going down so far and the use case is good. And if Bitcoin goes up, so why not? KCS, look at that. Wow. Near top. Look at that. Still going up. See, even if the Bitcoin went up, if you look at, it's not stunning as this phase, but still it's up. The direction is up. The trend is up, still up. There's no weakness here. So this is like a sign of a strong coin, right? Very strong coin. It's kind of a wedge. Don't worry. It's not a rising wedge. It's a little different. It's a rising wedge, you can say, but not not the not the one which could go down. That is different flavor. But yeah, very strong. KDA, um, yeah, okay, it came down to this level. Not a surprise. This is all right. Not that deep compared to this wave, I would say. So you can expect it to reverse. Yeah, I think by in April it should be somewhere here, similar to some coins that I mentioned. So we can expect this. Let's see if the recovery continues. Then 300%, 340% is not even if it goes back to its previous level. It's the 340% move, which is significant in 3 4 months, 3 months. That's significant. Okay, this is KSM, similar to Bitcoin, right? Very similar. As I said earlier, I think KSM, similar pattern for some reason, as if like this is Bitcoin chart. Link broken the ascending channel. So this is a little tricky. So this is penetration, but it broke below weekly, settled below. So channel is broken. So I think there can be a new pattern emerge. So in that case, what happened is technically I have to end this channel here. You know what I'm saying? I had to end this channel here and then look for new pattern going ahead. That means it could go for totally new pattern from here on. It could begin a totally new pattern from here on, which I think we'll have to see. This is a base. So this channel ends here because this is broken. Okay, this channel has guided. Now we have to see new thing. Totally new perspective is needed here. So that's why I'm ending here. This channel ends here. The new this is like new base, and we'll see in coming weeks how it develops. So this is end, which is good actually. It helped a lot. LTC. What do you say, man? This time 3K, 5K. Last time it reached to previous all-time high, and this coin is a super use case. It's better than many proof of stake coins. This is much better than 99% of the proof of POS coins. However, and it is making it progress in smart contract as well. If you're not aware, the smart contracts are coming on Litecoin. You can read about it. So LTC never hacked, never gone down, reasonably fast, decent hash power, secure, right? One of the top five, probably top three. I don't know Bcash and LTC, but still, Litecoin is strong. So it's good, and if it can offer smart contract platform, nothing like it. So it is secured, and then utility, it could provide utility. So it's not just for payment. It is like it is going to offer Mimble is going to provide privacy for some use cases when required. I like about it that it's privacy is an option. It's not a it's not like a Zcash or Monero or this. They're saying that it's an option. So I like it. So they are not moving away from the public blockchain, the current protocol. I mean the visibility, but the privacy is a feature. So there, it's like a add-on thing. And if the smart contract comes in, the Litecoin becomes interesting to me. So Litecoin price wise did nothing much last year. It had amazing bull run in previous. So to me, what if this is consolidation? What if this is consolidation of 4 years? I added this box for a reason. Again, this is not, seeing is believing, so I'm not going to accept unless I see the price action. But technically, this is upper bound, this is lower bound, upper bound, this is retracement. And if it shoots up, to me, if it shoots up from here, this consolidation is like breaking the 4 years of consolidation, and that's huge. Then we are talking about 3K and 5K. But seeing is believing. We'll see how it progresses. I don't want to say like some people do, but I don't believe in that. But yeah, technically and also fundamentally, this has a potential, huge potential. Undervalued coin, LTC, undervalued. Some coins are overvalued. Luna is overvalued coin to me. Amazing, money making machine. Amazing, but I don't know why it is going up. It doesn't justify. It has UST stable coin. I don't know what all utilities they will provide and they have right now. But whatever percentage move they made, to me, it doesn't justify. Or how much the usage, how much is the value of this platform. So, anyways, this is a speculative market. We are not here to judge who deserve what. If it is strong, we buy, enjoy, gain out of it. But at the same time, it is important behind the scene that in a long run, those will win who will be offering real product and services where people will convert their fiat into currency and buy those products using those currencies. Those will live longer and survive. So as long as we know what is short term, what is long term, when to switch, we are fine. Strong, mana is strong. It retested S2, retested this high. Awesome, right? And now moving up. Matic broke this trend line. Now it has a new one. The trend lines are funny. Trend line angle is you have to refine it. Now there is a nice ascending channel actually sub here. You see now? Beautiful. Oops. So Matic is one of the strongest one, without doubt. And Matic is good use case. Matic is fundamentally strong, good community support, scalability. Vitalik likes it because it supports Ethereum scalable, because anything that has heavy, so to speak, resource utilization goes in on Matic for scalability and processing, because Ethereum is not for that at this moment. It's more for security and provide that smart contract logic, more like a secure layer. But the Matic, where there's a low end value, where there is no security is required but not at the highest level, those kind of use cases would work, like gaming thing and all those things. You don't need some huge security there, because that's the speed is needed. I think so this I think fits well there. One is also one of the strongest one. You saw that, right? It's still here. Awesome. Opal, as I said, for Flux, I think the same thing. It kept on going down. Now thing is, you consider this as a support, and if it goes down further, then we'll throw it out. We don't need it. But as long as it maintains this low, we are fine. It means, but then yeah, it could provide, then it could regain, like if it can return back to its level, right? Then we are talking about a huge percentage gain, 600 700%, which is big amount, and it's doable. Render coin went up by 800% since we called out, then retraced and retested this low. Now it's climbing up very quickly. It's recovering very quickly. Right. So this is also good fundamentally. This is a distributed GPU. So this is going to go high in my opinion, because of the use case, and the demand for the metaverse and all. And because this is not a game or provider, I mean game or single platform provider, this is like a platform which will touch multiple projects. That's why, because they are going to provide computation. So the computation is not specific for any coin, but any coin, like it's like a service. Like Filecoin, for example, is a file storage service used by many NFTs at these days, in this day, I mean currently. So it is not specific to any specific project. I think that's also you can keep in mind that anything that cut across multiple projects, those are better projects. These are platforms. So you have to distinguish platform and utility, right? I mean, of course, platforms are also utility, but it's not like a project or product with some single game or single use case, like very limited. So, like payment, if you think about, there are so many payment. So it's not a niche product. There's so many payment solution. It's very hard for any payment. If you come up with payment coin, what is the value add? I mean, there's so many, but how many coin like provide file system? How many coin provide the cloud? How many coins provide um, this like distributed GPU and all? You have to think about that. Like GRT, like a search engine, for example. How many coins are really providing search engine? If you look at DeFi, there are so many DeFi. There you have to really find out which one could do well and all that thing. There is always new player, and maybe banks will enter and so on. So some you have to, I believe, if you go into some technology domain where there are not many competitors, then probability wise those coins are more secure in terms of longer term prospect. This is what I believe, because it's not easy to build those platforms. It takes time. Not every company can become a phone company because it requires a huge amount of um, infrastructure, supply chain components, and so much. And they are at a level where you cannot just replace it. Operating system like Windows, why there are only few, for a reason, and so on. So I think some of the projects are are kind of niche and very hard to replicate. The payment, anyone can come and come up with payment. Even DeFi staking and all is easy. So I'm just throwing some perspectives. Very, very. These are like fundamental ways of looking at it. We can mix up fundamental and technical, right? Why not? Sand coin, look at that, very strong coin. It didn't even read as this, so it shows the strength. So I like it. I like sand coin. Um, nice setup, nice setup. Nice. Technically strong metaverse player, strong use case. SKL, like Aave, it has been going down, so we'll have to see how it goes in future. SOL, SOL, this was a breakout level. What happened is, um, this this, this was a breakout level. So when in month of August last year, this was a breakout level, and what I saw that if I extend, then it read as the breakout level. So that's very interesting. So nice. So this is like we are, so I'm expecting it to continue going up, and of course this low is the support. And interestingly, yeah, this is S3. Nice. Yeah, so that's it. So Uni is similar to our, as I said, moving down. Now this is a bigger one. You can remove it. It's going down. So in this case, when it is descending, you can draw a descending line like this. Like we saw on Doge, you can do for Aave, you can do it for this. And whatever line, so this can give you the guidance. This is important. This line can give you guidance. So as long as it's under the downtrend continues and then changes. Okay, so I'll keep it. It is similar thing. We can draw a line. It's going down since then, um, since April. And lastly, VRA. Not bad. Not bad at all. We will remove some drawings for clarity. Not bad at all. It didn't make it didn't call it didn't go all the way down. So this is acceptable. Interesting. Okay. That's it. Then so we covered everything. If you have any questions so far on let me know. We can have a spectrum. I would like to highlight one thing on spectrum, so be there for for a minute or so. And I'll quickly highlight few things, of course. And I would like to hear some feedback if you can. Um, but yeah, for now I'm ending this session, the recording part. Thanks everyone.